Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to a new video. Today we have whispers, from one ear to the other, very crispy whispers. I hope you are doing well. I think it's been a little while since I've done a whispering video, so today I will just be chit-chatting, which happens to be one of my favorite kind of video. So get extremely comfy and try to relax. We're gonna have our little session, our yapping session. I hope you have been doing okay. I hope you had a good week so far. How's everything? I wish I could hear you right now so that we could actually discuss what's been going on with you. Maybe I could help ease your mind a little bit. I know that a lot of you are here because you need a little comfort. You need some words of affirmation, or just that little comfort in knowing that you are not alone. And that's exactly why I make these videos. I hope you know that. The intention is always to make you feel loved and to make you feel seen. I hope that's what's happening. Maybe a lot of you had a tough week. Maybe with work or school, or just in terms of family or friends, your relationships. Maybe you were sick. Whatever it was that you were struggling with this week, I hope you can get through it and find some better moments very, very, very soon. I know it's tough and sometimes terms of ruining the whole week. Sometimes it's a matter of perspective, and sometimes it isn't. So, I am just trying to make you feel a tiny little bit better if that's possible. And I know that this might not apply to every single situation, but for a lot of you, I'm sure it can be some sort of push that you might need to keep going. I know that I need that push every now and then. I have been doing therapy again for, I want to say 4 weeks. I think it's been a little bit over 4 weeks. And it's definitely something that's been helping me a lot. I've been trying a new therapist, and she has a different perspective on things, which has been quite nice. I feel like sometimes you really need that. You need a refreshing point of view. Someone with new ideas or new ways of looking at life to help you through it. And a lot of the things that I was dealing with started to feel a little less heavy because I started to talk about them again. And, having some sort of advice to deal with those situations has really helped. So, maybe that's something you can try as well. I know that not everyone has the possibility to go to therapy or anything like that. But that's not what I'm trying to tell you. I mean it in a way of try to bring up the things that are bothering you, whether you do it by writing or recording like a voice note, or simply just talking out loud, or talking to a friend that you trust. But I think it can be really helpful to bring all of the things that are bothering you into the physical world in some sort of way, because I feel like it takes away the power of those things, if that makes sense. So for example, I had this massive fear of driving. As you might know, I am taking my license, and I've been having lessons, which was terrifying when I started. And I had this extreme fear of failing, making mistakes. It was terrifying, and I felt like my world was ending every time I did a mistake. But slowly I started working on that in therapy, started saying things out loud. A lot of my fears just sounded so silly, and that took away the power of that fear. I started having these conversations with myself whenever I made a mistake during a lesson or any other place. I started telling myself how silly it was to have this fear, and suddenly it didn't feel so scary anymore. And most recently I started feeling more confident, and now I'm kinda loving my driving lessons. It's been so much fun. I actually enjoy driving. But what my point with all of this is to show you that a lot of the times there's things that are stopping us from achieving our goals, and sometimes we just need to talk about those things and acknowledge them so that we can actually take control. It's really difficult when you start allowing your fears to take over your life, and it can get to a point where it's like you almost cannot do anything because those fears are just all over the place. They take over and they don't let you make any decisions by yourself. It's always a fear telling you what to do, and that's exhausting. I know. So if that was something that was happening to you this week, or that has been happening to you, I hope you can take over. I hope you can just, take control of your own life and not let those fears tell you what to do. It's not that easy. I think it's easier said than done, but I'm pretty sure you can do this. You got this. Just slowly, baby steps, that's enough. And I think things just start slowly getting better when you step by step start to take charge. I'm still learning, so maybe I'm not the best person to be telling anyone this, but I feel like it's important to just pass the message, and it's something that I've been trying, so why not share it, But yeah, I hope you're doing okay. Honestly, I feel like it's been so difficult for everyone. So I hope you know that at least when we have these little moments here in my videos, it's a safe space. You're allowed to have all of your feelings, or none, if that's what you choose. If you just come here in hopes of emptying your mind and going to sleep, that's great. If you come here to be understood and acknowledged acknowledge your feelings, that's great as well. So, whatever it is that you need to take away from these videos, I really hope that you get that. I really want you to feel like you have a moment to just be whatever you want to be, or just exist and not having to do anything in particular. You can just be here, listen to me yapping, and not think about anything else, really. So right now, I really hope you are just chilling, just really, really comfortable, listening to me yap, and very, very close to falling asleep. Maybe you already closed your eyes, and you are not paying any attention to anything that I'm saying. That would be perfect. This is the part of the video where I usually can say really random things because a lot of you are probably not paying attention, or you're already asleep, so I can just say that I think there was one time that I told you that I had like a T-Rex. There was a dinosaur in the backyard, and you guys started talking about that in the comments. And the funny part is that I eventually forgot that I said that in the video. And when you mentioned it in the comments, I was just like, what the hell are they talking about? And I had to watch my own video in order to understand what you were talking about. That was actually so funny. When I realized, I was just like, oh my god, I fell for my own silly thing. And so today's story is that I have a unicorn laying on my sofa behind this camera, and he's just chilling, he's just there looking at me like, are you done? That's what's happening for real. You cannot question it, Maybe you're already like having your own dreams, so I can create my own while I try to keep your brain busy with my whispers, So don't worry. Maybe I could do that for a video. I could just keep creating stories, like random stories throughout the video. That could be fun. Sometimes when I film these, like pure whispering videos, I ask myself in the beginning of the video, do I have enough things to talk about? Like, I don't really plan what I'm going to say, so I just click the button and I start recording, and then I kind of go with the flow most of the times. And I do ask myself, like, do I have enough topics to go through and like yap about, so that they can actually fall asleep and get to that point where you're not really listening, you have a voice talking in the background, but you're not paying attention. And I know it takes a little time to get there, so I need to keep talking. And sometimes I'm just wondering, like, do I have enough enough material. But then I sit here, well, I'm not sitting, I'm standing. Stand here and I'm like yapping about the most random stuff that you can think of. So shouldn't doubt my own brain, you know. But it's funny because that's my whole thing. It's like doubting myself, which takes me back to that thing of me needing to take control of my own life. Like I have so many silly little things that control my life for me. It's exhausting. But like, it's not just the fears, it's silly little thoughts that sometimes take over. Like, you know, those little thoughts of like, am I enough? Or am I doing whatever I should be doing? Am I on the correct path? Am I going fast? Am I going slow? There are so many thoughts that run through my mind all the time. And I feel like they are super common thoughts. I feel like you have them as well. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of you have these thoughts of, am I enough? Am I doing enough? What am I doing? And those are very like frequent thoughts, and I don't know, sometimes it's really difficult to deal with all of this. And then on other days I feel like I can do this, like I can tell myself, you are enough, you don't need to go any faster than you're going in life, you are exactly where you should be. And sometimes it's not that easy to tell myself that, and that's when you start, you know, with the self-doubt and comparing. Don't even get me started on comparing, because I feel like we spend way too much time comparing ourselves to others, and it's exhausting. I don't know why we do that so often. It's with everything, really. It's like those, like my friends are doing this, or my friends are doing that, or even strangers. And it's just like, why? It's really silly when you think about it, because everyone goes at their own pace. And yes, some people are doing things first, or they have a lot more accomplishments, but like everyone has a different life, so obviously we will have different accomplishments and different steps that we took. So why do we keep comparing? Isn't that the silliest thing ever? And today I was talking about this that we usually do, which is we really want something, but when we get that thing, we, like, instead of enjoying, we just start thinking about the next best thing. We were talking in, like, regarding a car or a motorcycle. We were just thinking about the fact that, like, we got a car, and then when we got that car, we were thinking, oh, maybe we want a better one for this, and that. So we ended up changing, and then that car wasn't enough at some point, and we started thinking about a different one. And it always feels like we don't really enjoy that moment when we finally get that thing that we really wanted, you know? Instead, we just jump and go to the next thing that we really want. It's silly. It's kind of like, I was comparing it to like the YouTube milestones, and how when I first started this channel, I was just like, I'll be happy with anything. And then I got my first 100 subscribers, and I was just like, oh my god, 100. And then it's like, oh my god, next milestone is gonna be 1,000. And then I get to 1,000, I'm like, yay, I really need to get to 10,000. And you know, it just keeps going like that. Like, from the 10,000, it's like, okay, what's next? You know, instead of enjoying something that you really wanted, you're just thinking about the next thing that you need to do. And it's a little exhausting, isn't it? Like, always thinking about what's next, never enjoying the moment. I was just reflecting on that today, and I feel like I do that a lot. Especially with my own accomplishments, I tend to just like, it's okay. Like I can't, it's not that I ignore that they happened, but I just like, I don't give myself enough credit for them, and it's almost as if I was scared of celebrating those accomplishments. Like, I don't deserve to celebrate them. I think usually my brain just goes into this mode of like, well, congratulations, you reached this milestone, but you could be doing so much more. Look at all these people around you doing much more, so why are you celebrating this? That's what my brain tells me. So I try really, really hard to ignore that voice and tell myself like, no, you actually accomplished this, so be proud, celebrate, and you know, just be super happy for yourself. That's okay. I've been trying to like, whenever I get to a milestone, I've been trying to like celebrate, even with like a little cake or, you know, just something to acknowledge that. And it does feel good, but those thoughts are always in the background anyway. I just try my best to ignore them. And sometimes it's exactly like that. Like, the thoughts never go away, but you learn how to deal with them and how to have them in the background, you know. So maybe that's something you can try as well. Like, whenever you have self-doubt and you start thinking like that you're not good enough, try to put that voice in the background and just tell yourself like, yes, I am good enough. Yes, I deserve this. Yes, I'm trying my best, and that's enough. Tell yourself that and put the other voice in the background. Even if you don't believe it. I know it's usually what happens, but just do that exercise of telling yourself that mentally or out loud if you need to. I don't know, maybe that can help, like, quiet down those thoughts. Maybe next week we can try that. We can all try to be more positive with ourselves and have more compassion for ourselves, like we would have for our friends and family. We always talk a lot nicer to everyone around us, but we tend to be a lot meaner to ourselves. So I think we can all try that next week. We can just like try to be kind to ourselves. So that's a little challenge that I leave you with. And talking about challenge, I don't think I gave you our secret code for today. Let's see. Our secret code could be, a unicorn, obviously. That's our secret code for today, a unicorn. yapping for a long time. Hopefully you're just sleeping. This week I am on vacation, I think. Yeah. Well, so when I post this video, I will be on vacation. Finally, I am taking like a little vacation, but like without worries. Because last time I went on vacation, I was stressed the whole time. Like a couple weeks ago, I took a few days and I wasn't able to rest because, first of all, I didn't prepare my work, so I was behind on videos and I ended up failing an upload, and it just stressed me out. Second, I went on vacation with more people, so I wasn't able to rest. It was a little stressful. And third, it wasn't like a properly planned vacation, so it's like I didn't allow myself to rest, and I ended up coming home a lot more tired than when I left. So this time I'm hoping I can recharge. We are doing like a motorcycle trip to Spain. We did one last year, and it was really nice. We will be staying a couple nights in Portugal, and then 5 nights in Spain, and then another couple nights in Portugal. And I'm really excited. Like, I'm still going to film some content, but I feel like it's gonna be the type of content that I really don't mind on vacation, because it's just like lifestyle. It's part of the vacation, you know. And I will leave all of my ASMR videos planned, which is making me really happy. I really love when I'm able to record in advance so that I can go and relax without feeling guilty about, you know, not having my content scheduled. So I feel like this time I will be able to enjoy. So if you want, in this video, in the comments, you can ask me how the vacation is going, because I will be on vacation. And then I will be able to tell you all about it eventually. And yeah, I can't wait. Anyway, I feel like I should stop yapping probably, because it's been quite a while. But yeah, I know you don't mind. I really hope you have a lovely week. Whatever you're doing this week, you got this. Try and do that little challenge of believing in yourself and not listening to that little voice. You are enough. You are so loved. You are incredible. You got this, okay? You got this. Alright. And yeah, let me know in the comments, what are you up to? And I will see you soon. Thank you so much for existing. Thank you for being here and for listening. If you're still awake, I'm not sure if I like that, but okay. Hopefully you're sleeping. If not, then I love you anyway, so it's okay. Hopefully you'll sleep soon. And yeah, I really hate saying goodbyes, like finishing videos. I always ramble because I don't want to say goodbye. I'm like, love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye. And I don't end the video for some reason. This has always been a problem. Even when I was streaming, people would say goodbye, and I think back then, I spent like, sometimes I would spend 1 hour saying goodbye, and then I would just stay. Those were really funny streams, and people would be like, yeah, you were going one time we did this challenge during an event, and the challenge was like, if we reached a certain amount of subs, I would have to like end the stream without saying goodbye. I would just like have to end stream, and I had to do that, and that was so difficult. And like the challenge was that I had to finish the stream. I couldn't chat, like in the chat. I couldn't say goodbye. I couldn't go to like Instagram or anything and explain. I had to cut off the stream and let it go until the next day. Like I couldn't go on the internet and tell people like, oh my god, I'm sorry for not saying goodbye. Or explain the challenge. And it was so difficult. I hated it so much. I was just like, maybe some people didn't understand what happened and they think I'm rude. But it was fine. It was actually super funny, and the next day we were all just joking about it. So yeah, there were a lot of funny moments when I used to stream. I really miss that. I miss those times, and I have really good memories, which is nice. Anyway, I was trying to say